It's show time. This is Ofiong Akwa. So welcome to my show. Welcome to Ibom 10th Network. So I welcome everyone who is able to join me, and people who are not able to join us will be able to see this later on YouTube and communicate with us. We do a lot of interaction between me and my listeners. So as you can see there from the caption, they know what we want. Fulani terrorists to federal government. In fact, to the Nigerian population, they know what we want. This, to me, is the most direct statement since the Fulani terrorists bombed a train from Kaduna to Abuja filled up with innocent Nigerian citizens. And they tell Buhari, you know what we want. That is the question we are going to address today. As usual, I'm very clear about my own agenda. I am not just somebody who was born in Nigeria, but I was born to Akwa Ibom parents. I was born to a state whose resources are using to finance these terrorists. Part of our resources. I know other parts of the country contribute too. So I'm very clear about this. The reason I'm on air is that I'm not going to sit here and tolerate Fulani extremists from West Africa take over a country where 9 million of the people are my relatives, where the other more than 200 million are people I consider my brothers and sisters. So I speak out. That's why I'm speaking out today. This is what happened. I don't need to go over this with Nigerians. The Fulani terrorists bombed the train and kidnapped a lot of people from that train. A lot of people died. And this was a shock to the Nigerian government. It was a shock to the international community. Let me break down what is the latest on this. 362 passengers boarded a train between Kaduna and Abuja. And I'm going to quote here because I'm usually very accurate with my information. I'm quoting Fidel Okira, the managing director of Nigerian Railway Corporation. These are not my numbers. These are from the Nigerian Railway Corporation. And as I always say, I am happy if someone writes back to me or contacts me and says your numbers were wrong. But they cannot be because I'm quoting from Fidel Okira, the managing director of Nigerian Railway Corporation. Basically, the person that runs this railway that Buhari went and borrowed money from China and built. 362 passengers boarded the train. Only 191 persons confirmed safe. 163 travelers and 7 crew members are missing till today. 62 phone numbers on the manifest when call response non-existent. 22 members reported missing by relatives. 8 persons confirmed dead. Wow. This is in Nigeria, right? The country with the largest black people in Africa. One of the kidnapped people, because as you can imagine, this is a train where there's a lot of elite. The elite in Nigeria are afraid of their own shadows. They have ruined Nigeria. They have handed Nigeria to a northern oligarchy. And now they're wringing their hands. So they cannot travel by road. I have traveled by road recently, in a few years ago, between Kaduna and Abuja. Abuja is the national capital of Nigeria. By the way, put there by a northern general who snatched the capital from Lagos and inserted it into Abuja. Fine. So the elites travel between these two great towns. And what do you think happened? I mean, with the roads, they don't use the roads anymore. No more roads. Because if you go by road, you're going to be killed, you're going to be kidnapped. So they now take these trains. In fact, a lot of them were in the luxury coach. One of them is Alwan Ali Hassan, the managing director of the Bank of Agriculture. By the way, for those of you conversant with Nigeria, Everybody who runs everything is a Hausa, Fulani, or Kanuri. It's from the north. By the way, this is the part of the country that produces nothing. But they run everything. They are the MD. They are the minister of the most lucrative ministries. So this guy, I mean, you're going to see the video looking very regal. Alwan Ali Hassan, the managing director of the Bank of Agriculture. By the way, there were many of them that were kidnapped. I'm going to come back to one of them here that was also kidnapped, and these people are demanding 50 million naira. But this particular guy seems to have been one of the more prominent ones. Well, he was set free on Wednesday. He was set free yesterday by these terrorists after his family reportedly paid 100 million naira as ransom. To show you how accurate this information is, he sold a house in Abuja. For one, his family sold a house to give these West African terrorists 100 million. Have people thought about what they're doing with the 100 million? They're not traveling to New York to come and shop on Park Avenue. They're buying more weapons. They're buying more weapons from Libya. They're buying more weapons from Mali to use in killing Nigerians, extracting Niger Delta oil money and killing Nigerians. That is why somebody like me, I'm sitting here, I'm thinking, when will we reach Akwa Ibom, where my ancestors come from? I'm letting Akwa Ibom people know. I'm letting everybody in Nigeria know, not just Akwa Ibom, this will get to you, right? It will not be announced. It will get to you if it's not stopped. They paid this. And then the question became, what do they want? Well, they issued a statement. They issued a statement. I'm going to read out some of the excerpts because one of the things I try to do, I try to be as accurate as possible because I don't want to misquote anybody. My advocacy is based on facts, 100%. When I say, for example, that Akwa Ibom people need self-determination, I'm factual. I'm not emotional about it. I'm factual. So because of that, in a lot of my broadcasts, I give the facts. So, okay, I'm going to give you the excerpts here. And I also try as much as possible to make sure that I get information from unbiased sources. In fact, I get it from interested sources. The sources that I got these quotes from is a newspaper called Daily Trust. Anybody who is familiar with Nigeria knows Daily Trust is a newspaper of the North. It is owned by the North. It is controlled by Northern Caliphate. It is all North. It's their paper. This is not me quoting some newspaper in Akwa Ibom or quoting This Day in Lagos, right? That's not what we're doing here. We're quoting a Northern paper. A paper that loves Buhari to death. A paper that spread misinformation to bring Buhari to power. So this is their paper. But before this paper, before I give this quote, let me show you a video that was released when this video came out yesterday, when Alwan Ali Hassan, the managing director of the Bank of Agriculture, was released in inverted commas, open and close. He was released, and after his release, this information was written. So let me show you the video, and I want you to watch something in the video. These people are not speaking, they're speaking Hausa. I don't speak Hausa. Many people in Nigeria don't speak Hausa. Hausa is a language mostly used by the North, usually by Fulanis. In fact, Fulanis love to use Hausa than Fulfude. Because Fulfude, the Fulani language, is a language of deception in Nigeria. I am sorry to say this. I would like to be contradicted. It's a language of political deception. So they use Hausa. So this is in Hausa. So I'm going to let you listen to this. After this, I will speak. I'm sorry. I'm doing this because I feel that Nigeria is about to fail violently. And I want it on record that people did speak about this. That is why I'm talking. Obviously, I would have loved it if the State Department could look at Ukraine and also look at Nigeria. Nigeria is going to be a worse Ukraine. Already, more than 400 people have died from the kind of violence that I'm preaching against today. Listen to the video. This is the video after they released this guy. After they released Hassan. This is the video. Listen to this video and then we will continue.
Wannan da cikin iko Allah da neman alfarma da ya ta yi da yanayin ganin tsohonsa da ya yi shine muka tausaya masa yanzu da yanayin wata na Ramadan muka fitar da shi za mu miƙa wa 'yan uwarsa. Amma wannan gwamnati kusan abin da kuke kai wannan ba komai bane, mun dai tausaya masa ne, mun miƙa masa. Gashi nan dai in yana da wani ƙarin bayanin da zai muku sai ya muku kuji daga bakinsa. Wannan dai shine insha Allah.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Ina so na shaida muku cewa an tausaya mu saboda girma na da tsohuwana da nake da shi aka ce in fita, amma ina so shaida muku cewa na ba al'umma a baya da dama kuma suna cikin yanayin da suna buƙatar taimako da ɗaukaka na a fito da su da wuri. Ina fata gwamnati za ta samu shugabannin wannan ƙungiya ta magana da su da a samu fito da su da wuri. Assalamu alaikum.
Sani kuma cewa wannan takaitacce ne abin da muke faɗi, ko ku gaggauta zuwa ku bincike mu ko kuma mu mai da mazaunin su kwata. Mun soke su ba wani abu bane a wurin mu, kuma ba kuɗin ku muke bukata ba. Don in don kuɗi ne ba za mu yi wannan abin ba, ko kun san me muke nema a gare ku, ko ku gaggauta ko mu aiwatar.
So we'll continue. As you can see there, that's a very short video. That video is less than 2 minutes. And as you can see from the picture there, it had 4 terrorists. And one of the abducted passengers that I mentioned, Awan Hassan, managing director of the Bank of Agriculture. So you can see that guy in the white regal, full and anything. And then you can see the 4 terrorists. One of them who addressed the press spoke in Hausa. Please. As I said, I don't speak Hausa. I'm from Akwa Ibom. I speak Ibibio. I don't speak Hausa. That does not mean I don't understand Hausa, however, right? That does mean my parents lived all over the country. But I'm going to interpret this for you, right? I'm going to interpret what that guy, the terrorist who released this man, said. To begin with, he said he's releasing him because of his age in the spirit of Ramadan. Right? So if they had arrested a 40-year-old, he would not be released. If it was not Ramadan, he would not be released. He would not be released during Christmas, but will be released during Ramadan. That is the country in which 200 million Nigerians live. And people talk about unity, his age, and Ramadan. That's the reason this guy was released. This is their statement. I mean, you're going to see that they're going to contradict themselves here. Because is this really about Ramadan? I will tell you, if it was in the spirit of Ramadan, why not give Akwa Ibom their own self-determination? Why not give the Igbos in Biafra their self-determination in the spirit of Ramadan? Why don't you give Yoruba Nation? Because we are tired of having to spend our life fighting with people in the north who don't work. They depend on Niger Delta oil. They generally don't work. All of those states are almost bankrupt. And as you can see now, they are moving Nigerian money and giving to West African terrorists. That's the situation here. I wish I could color this. I wish I could act as if it does not exist. But that's the situation. Please observe a few things in that picture. I think I'll probably have to play it again. If you notice, they're in military uniform. For your information, any of the Boko Haram terrorists, any of the Islamic West African terrorists, by the way, ISWAP is a branch of ISIS. ISWAP is a branch of ISIS. These are ISWAP terrorists. That is why we have been confused. Why the US State Department have not instituted war crimes against Muhammadu Buhari, war crimes in the ICC. War crimes are now about to be instituted against Putin in Russia for killing Ukrainians. Look at the numbers. How many Ukrainians have died? 3,000? But in Nigeria, though, this is what, with the collusion of Muhammadu Buhari, who said that his cousins have killed more than 400,000 people. Is it because we're Africans, therefore our life means nothing? So I appeal to the US State Department, look into this Buhari. Look into these people. Look into El Rufai, who used to give money to this particular group that bombed that train in Kaduna. How about that? How about the US government looking into that? They were military uniform, number one. Have you also observed that this particular video was made at the forward operational base in Powere, Benengwari, Kaduna State? By the way, most military installations in Nigeria are in the north. This was supposed to be a thing where the north would take away arms from the rest of the south in Nigeria, but it's backfiring against them because clearly the terrorists, if they can surround those military installations, they have captured Nigeria. That's the end of the story. And that's where we predict this is going to end. This is Somalia loading. This is Somalia in the making. This is Sudan and South Sudan. This is where we are heading to. And please, for your information, when Somalia started, where now you have Somalia and Somaliland, it was not, nobody announced it on channels or CNN. It just happened. But there were precipitating actions that led to that. These are the actions we, as political experts and observers and civil rights activists and self-determination activists are saying, watch, Nigeria is about to collapse of its own internal contradictions. Think about this. This was done in the military base. All you have to do, look at the back of the picture. You're going to see trucks there. Military trucks, tanks. Maybe European Union should look to borrow some of these tanks to go and use in the war against Russia or in the war between Russia and Ukraine. In fact, one of the armored personnel carriers, what is normally called APC, was burnt. They had burnt it down. They had burnt the Nigerian APCs down. So they used it as a background in the video to show to you that, hey, we have this under control. So what did they really say in Hausa language? I'm going to quote them. And as I said, I'm very, very careful. I give my opinions. I have a lot of opinions. My opinions is that Nigeria is finished. My opinions is that the North has captured Nigeria. These are my opinions. But in terms of facts, I don't play with facts. That's why I try to quote as much as possible what people have to say. This is what they said in Hausa. Quote, we are the group that kidnapped passengers on the train a few days ago. Among them is this man that was pleading due to his old age, and we felt pity on him due to the month of Ramadan, so we want to give him back to his family. Unquote. 400 million naira, right? So basically, Nigerian money in Nigerian federal budget is like cycled to terrorists, northern terrorists, who are working for the Fulani aristocracy in Nigeria, for the northern elite in Nigeria. They don't want to hand over. They're very worried about 2023. So they are triggering this artificial crisis. They're using violence. Violence was used to bring Buhari to power. Boko Haram had to come into Abuja and bomb bus stops. You don't see that anymore, do you? So what you have here, this is what the group said. But let me quote them further. It is extremely important, even for the sake of history, for us to watch out for this. But the government, quote, in Hausa language, but the government should not misunderstand this, as it is a gesture we made because of the pity we had on him, unquote. Then, after that, they asked the MD, they asked this MD to speak. So basically, Alwan Ali Hassan was then allowed to speak. Have you noticed that they have a right to free speech even after kidnapped? Because in Nigeria, you can't speak. If you speak, Buhari will arrest you. If you speak, Buhari will throw you into jail. If you ask for self-determination, they will kidnap you. But this guy is given a chance. Yeah, this was, the terrorists asked him to speak. This is what he said. Sometimes you wonder whether Hassan is part of them. Because they even allow you to speak. This is what he said. Quote, I want to witness to everyone that they took pity on me due to my old age, right? I was told to go out, but I want to assure everyone that I left a huge number of people behind, and they are in a situation that requires help for them to be released fast. I hope that government will meet the head of this group to release them as soon as possible. Unquote. Release them with Akwa Ibom money, right? So they're going to come and collect our resources. When we have 90% graduate unemployment walking the streets of Uyo, walking the streets of Oron, walking the streets of Ikorekpene, walking the streets of Abak, walking this all of Akwa Ibom, unemployment. Most graduates in Nigeria you have left. Some are overseas. Some are there working as thugs for puppet governments in Akwa Ibom. They puppet to these Fulani people. And this guy is sitting here and say, oh, just give them money and that'll be fine. It was then one of the terrorists warned. Quote, in Hausa, I want to reiterate that what he said is true. Don't try to investigate us immediately or rescue them, because killing them is not an issue for us. We don't want your money. If we want money, we wouldn't have carried out the attack. We know what we want. That's the question. What do they want? Money is for them to use for logistics. What do they want? They want political power. They want to create an Iran. They want to take over Nigeria. And people are sitting in Uyo arguing about who should be governor. People are sitting in Lagos and argue about whether MC Olumo should be removed from the transport union or not. People are sitting down in Yobe. People are sitting there arguing about when is the next APC convention. And this guy is very clear. We don't want money. They want political power. And they can get it. The Taliban overran Afghanistan. These are worse than Taliban. They can overrun northern Nigeria. The question is, what do we do in the south? I don't want to talk like a prophet, but there is no way this ends well. You can have as many elections as you have. North Korea has election every week. I live in the former Soviet Union. I was surprised that people in the Soviet Union used to vote almost every month. Let's vote for local government chairman. Let's vote for Senate. I mean, what they have there was Central Committee. Let's vote for Central Committee of the Communist Party. That would be the equivalent of Nigerian Senate and Federal House. By the way, those people behave like people in Nigerian Senate and Federal House too. They had money, they had cars, they had resources, all of the money they had portioned to themselves, and they walked around. But those were Russians oppressing Ukrainians. Those were Russians oppressing people from Kazakhstan. Later on, the Soviet Union broke into 15 different countries. They want political power. I don't see what to stop them now, because they've cowed the Nigerian government. And the question someone may ask, why is the whole country accepting this? Because where's the unity? If Nigeria was a united country, Igbo people will wake up and fight with them. Akwa Ibom people will wake up and fight against these people. Yoruba people will wake up and fight against these people. People from the Middle Belt will wake up and fight. We will defeat this cheap terrorists. But who wants to fight? I don't want to fight for Buhari. Buhari hates Akwa Ibom. He treats us like trash. Buhari brought nuclear weapons, nuclear company to site in Akwa Ibom State. He will not site it in Katsina, where it comes from. He will not. But you have to be cited in Akwa Ibom, because the thinking is Akwa Ibom people are nice people, right? A lot of Akwa Ibom people are proud of this, and I think it's nonsense. Oh, they're nice, quiet people. In fact, when they come to Akwa Ibom, they say things, oh, Akwa Ibom people, Akemia is very peaceful. They're very nice people. We are not nice people. No, we're not. If we were, no more Mr. Nice Guy. We want our rights. We want to have the same exact rights as you, and we can't. It doesn't look like we'll be able to exercise that in Nigeria. We are not nice. So you go around killing people, and then you turn around and say, well, because the whole implication is that Akwa Ibom will not fight. The whole implication is that Urobos will not fight for Urobo rights. The whole implication is that Kalabari will not fight for Kalabari rights. Already the Igbos are fighting. We can say that. And that's why Nnamdi Kanu was arrested, because they have chosen to fight for Igbo rights. Someone said to me, well, you know, when you have Akwa Ibom People Republic, people will be corrupt. Let them be corrupt. I want my uncle, let them be corrupt in you. So why should you grab our resources, control our money, give it to terrorists, and say to me, well, you know, if you have you'll be like this. No, we won't. Even if we are, let us be. This is the question here. So basically, this question has not been answered. What do these people want? This is why I'm helping. They want political power. They want to take over Nigeria. And I'm sorry. They control Nigerian army. They control Nigerian Navy. They control the DSS. Look at all the names. It's Fulani names throughout. Again, this thing will not be announced before it happens. You can conduct as many elections as you like. APC in Akwa Ibom can go to court as many times as they like. Austin Kanem is chairman today. The other one is chairman tomorrow. You are being played. The Yorubas are quarreling. Oh, should it be Tinubu? Should it be Osinbajo? Really? Really? You are going to receive a damaged country. Anybody that gets political power in 2023, that's if they will give it. So for me, this is the issue. And the last thing I want to say about this is the following. This is a quote from a friend of mine whose father was the first chief medical director in Nigeria, and who has lived the Nigerian experience just like me. When I pose this question to him, what do these people want? Let me repeat, these questions are from Daily Trust, the Fulani Northern owned newspaper. This is his quote. I'm going to quote him and I'll let you go. Is Buhari's government, quote, it's Buhari's government hanging from the tree, writhing in discomfort, pain and despair disgracefully, while the controller of the metal string and the metal tablet watch him die slowly on their own terms. What did the controller of the string and tablet hanging from them say? They know what we want. In other words, loud and clear to all of us, they're speaking the same language, unquote. They know what we want. We want clearly political power. We want to run the place. We want an Islamic country, right? We want an Islamic country. Already 13 of the northern states are Sharia. This is what they want. This is not about money. They have been very open here. People used to say, oh, well, these are bandits. Remember they called them bandits first? Oh, well, these are just bandits looking for money. Money is used to effectuate their eventual agenda, which they have openly announced here. So I am essentially going to end there, but this is what I want to say to you. Watch out. Especially if you are from the southern part of Nigeria, if you are from the middle belt, where more than 300,000 have died from Fulani headsmen who have killed these people, Mieti Allah. By the way, Buhari is the chief grand patron of Mieti Allah. If you're waiting for Govt is not coming. You may have to wake up and, like us, demand self-emancipation. It is our right as human rights under UN Charter. We have a right to say, we are sick of this violence. We are afraid. Recently, some Akwa Ibom people were displaced from violence in Katsina. And people like me had to send money to get them back home. Well, that was a game, that was a child's game compared to what is about to happen. That is why we are calling on people to be alert. Nigeria is in trouble. It is open. The federal government has failed to provide it. They're not able to do it. Look at the way they were talking about them, right? They were talking about the government as if it's brothers' quarrel between the Fulanis and the Kanuris and all these groups in the north. You know, they're always very smart. So, well, not everybody's Fulani. Who cares? Did I see any Anang person there? Did I see any Ibibio person there? Did I see any Oron person there? Did I see any Eastern Obolo person there? That is my own interest. That should be the interest of the Igbos in Nigeria. That should be the interest of the Jaws in Nigeria. That should be the interest of the people from Benue in Nigeria. That should be the interest of the Shekiri people in Nigeria. This should be our interest, keeping our people safe. They have ruined the economy already. These are a bunch of incompetent people. So there's really nothing you can do about that. The election they're promising you is a sham. They're going to have election. Is not hard. Election is done everywhere. Especially dictatorships do election. And we are technically in an illiberal democracy in Nigeria. So I'm going to stop at that. I'm going to continue revealing this because more is coming out as you can see here in this developing crisis. When the North stood up against Onyema, the head of Air Peace, I spoke out against it. The whole country rose up against this. A lot of people, thousands of people, reacted. You can go watch the video. But here I am, very happy. I woke up this morning. I slept like a baby yesterday night, and I'm able to speak this truth to power. I'm very proud of what I'm doing. I am confident that eventually we will be able to extricate ourselves from this path. There will be no restructuring. Oh, this is a waste of time. You need to stand up for yourself. This is 2022, and that's what we're doing. So I'm going to end there. As usual, request that you subscribe to my video, Fion Okwa, on YouTube. And I will only play a small video as the last thing on my broadcast. I think it's like less than 1 minute, and that's it. So please be well, be good. And, I thank people. I see people on screen who are able to join us. I thank them. I thank Achibong. I thank everybody else that I can see. I am grateful that you're able to join us. But many people are going to have a chance to watch this video and, and see I'm saying what no one in Nigeria wants to say. And that's the thing. People are scared. I am not. Some people said to me, well, you're out of Nigeria, really? I was arrested in Nigeria myself. I had to run away. So this theory that I could speak anywhere, I spoke in Nigeria as a kid. That's not the point. The point is what I'm saying is the most important thing, not what my life has been. So please, be well. Be good. And enjoy this last video. I'll see you. Well, I'm glad you just watched my broadcast. I talk about the daily economic and political injustices in Nigeria. I talk about desperate ethnic nationalities demanding self-determination and self-emancipation in Nigeria. If you like what you see, please comment, like, and share. I would above all appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel. Thank you.